What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Sideline Thoughts. I'm Joe Gavez. David Reyes is joining me once again on another episode. This one should be a pretty good episode. Took a little break, but we're coming back. Something, start going again. Um, coming right back after All Star
Yes,
Weekend and stuff like that. So,
after the Super Bowl too. So you had a little break.
the Super Bowl was a while back, but yeah, after a little break on all that, so just try to get the wheels rolling. There's been a lot of NBA games and stuff like that. Trying to keep up. NBA combines is been news about that and everything right now. So there's a lot, but instead of clutching all in, we just slowly get back going. And something that just David, sorry, David, something that kind of just came out and started getting some attention about maybe less than 48 hours ago, exactly, give or take, almost 48 hours ago, was the NFL report card, the overall rankings in each, and in the rankings of each categories for each NFL team and how they rank when it comes to ownership, training room, dietary, family, how coaches, team travel, locker room, uh, like I said, training staff, weight room, training coach, and everything like that. So you know, there was a whole report card, and I used Yahoo Sports to kind of uh, fix up how they did officially because the NFL Association kind of just had it all random like that. So I used Yahoo that kind of told me each overall ranking. I put it together from there, and so from number one to number 32, it starts off with the Miami Dolphins being rated the most overall. Miami Dolphins, the Minnesota Vikings, Green Bay Packers, Philadelphia Eagles, Jacksonville Jaguars, San Francisco 49ers, Houston Texans, New York Giants, Las Vegas Raiders, um, Chicago Bears, Buffalo Bills, Dallas Cowboys, Detroit Lions, Seattle Seahawks, Baltimore Ravens, Denver Broncos, Carolina Panthers, Tennessee Titans, New Orleans Saints, Los Angeles Rams, New York Jets, Indianapolis Colts, Cleveland Browns, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Atlanta Falcons, Cincinnati Bengals, Arizona Cardinals, Pittsburgh Steelers, New England Patriots, Los Angeles Chargers, Kansas City Chiefs, and Washington Commanders. Now, I don't think it's a surprise that the Commanders are at the bottom. I believe they were at the bottom last year too. One
Yeah,
that did kind of surprise me a little was the
yeah.
Chiefs, and a major one of their categories that they got, I believe they got a D and F on, was ownership. They're ranked at the bottom when it comes to ownership, which was very surprising to me. Is like you would think, the Super Bowls, the way they get going. So I don't know what takes into qualifying for ownership, whether that means ownership actually cares for the team, put in money for the team, spends time making decisions for the team. That's what
With
I'm
you,
assuming takes count.
ownership is F minus 32nd.
They literally got the worst in
Yeah,
it somehow. It's just the Commanders did worse with the overall because of other spots. But yeah, like a lot of other teams have, other spots where they excel on. Like the Cardinals overall, they were ranked number 27. Their best aspect was team travel at a C plus, and that was ranked number 14th overall. The Falcons, they were ranked overall 25th. The best aspect was dietitian, nutritionist with A minus at the fourth best. So, each team changes, goes up and down. Um, it has nothing really to reflect on the performance of the teams on the field. You could maybe add some of the aspects in there when it comes to nutrition, team travel, or even head coach. I don't know how, a lot of people said there's some coaches that are bad, but yet the team report card comes out in a different way. So see how that is. But like, you could apply some of these, maybe why the performance on the field for some teams weren't showing up and why some performance on the team was showing up. But for the Chiefs, the Super Bowl winners 2 times back to back.
Three
The
times with
best
this
thing,
in a couple of years. 3 times in a couple of years.
3 times. No, well, back to back to back.
That's
So
right. Yeah.
3 times will have to be next year. But um, for them, if we look at the report card, what they got first and A+ on was the head coach, of course, of Andy Reid. But they were last in ownership. They got a D in team travel. They got a C+ in strength coaches, C+ in weight room, an F in the training staff. They were last.
Surprised on that one.
They got a D in the training room. We got an F in the locker room. We got an F in nutritionists. You got C- in food, D+ in treatment of families. Like these are very bad grades, and yet they still won the Super Bowl. So not all the time does each thing correlate. It kind of just how the organization is. And like literally right below another example is the Las Vegas Raiders. They got overall ranked ninth because they have so many good things, but we saw the team was in the season.
Trash. Trash.
Yeah, exactly. So some of these were kind of surprising. David, your Chargers got 30.
Yeah. But they are building new facilities, so a lot of things are gonna change. Even the Rams are they're building new ones.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what I'm wondering is for the head coaches, for the players ranking their current coach or their previous one. Some teams they fired a few coaches. The Chargers were one of them. So does that be for Brandon Staley or for the interim head coach that they had at the end of the season? So that's what I'm curious on that. Um, ownership, the Chargers didn't get that well either. I'm looking at it right
You
now.
guys got
Ownership
C+,
C
24th
plus.
overall.
Mm-mm. Head coach, as I mentioned, they got a B, 23rd. Team travel D minus. Strength coaches C plus. Weight room D plus. Training staff C plus. Training room D plus. Locker room F. B. Nutritionist dietitian, that's a B. Food slash cafeteria F. And treatment of families F. Yeah. Well, hopefully things change now with Harbaugh and with the new facilities that they're building in El Segundo, I believe. Hopefully they change and get better. Um,
Well, obviously the head coach. I don't know why they gave you guys a B when it comes to Brandon Staley. So obviously you guys
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm
should
confused.
move
Either
up. No,
is that
I
for Brandon,
understand.
is that for Brandon Staley or the interim head coach that they had at the end of the season? So
Or is it for overall because he left at halfway through the season, so it would be 50-50 to both sides.
mhm.
But now, like you said, Harbaugh. That's why I said the head coach should be higher. How does that fix the team travel? Does that is he gonna kind of change it or still rely on ownership? You guys still have a C+ on. You know, does the nutrition change or stay the same? You guys got B, but cafeteria and treatment family. Food cafeteria, you guys got 31st, so it's one of the worst. So how how are they gonna? How is Jim Harbaugh gonna influence a change in that? If he does have an influence, we don't even know. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. What changes? People get fired? Do you rehire other people? What's going to be the situation on that?
Well, he was bringing a lot of people from Michigan,
Again,
and the new GM too. That's another person that could help change some certain things with the team. Um, with Jim Harbaugh, when he came, it wasn't just Jim Harbaugh. It was also his list of things that the Chargers have to fulfill in order for him to accept the job. That's why it became a big deal when he got hired. It was like the Chargers are actually Dean Spanos is actually gonna you know open up his wallet and spend everything
Vince.
for Harbaugh. So yeah, but I'm just curious how it'll be next year. I'm sure it'll be better, a bit better. How
Yeah,
about your
but like
Packers?
we're
Oh, what happened?
oh, oh no, I was gonna say just like we're saying, it doesn't really not it doesn't exactly correlate to what's on the field. So yeah, they saying hopefully it's better. Yeah, hopefully the report card is better, but it won't be a focus. You get what I'm saying? If it doesn't
Yeah,
have to affect what's on the field or what's the production, it won't really be a focus. That's kind of like a background dealt with within the organization and things like that. So yeah, would it be better? Yeah, it's cool to be better. You don't want to be last and say you're the worst of this and that because I do. It does. What part that does take effect on is it. I think. I'm not sure, but I believe that some players would look into this and see how the ownership or the organization treats the family, treats them, provides for them. Remember, you're a professional team. You should be able to provide for the players. You should be able to give them access to any stuff, and it should be at a high level. So I think a lot of teams are gonna be like, do I want to go to the Washington Commanders when they're the lowest because they have bad this and that, you know? So I think that's the only thing to it. And I'm sure you can find strings to how it's gonna connect to production. It's just I don't think all of it does yet. Yeah, that's for my Packers. My Packers got third overall. I think last year they were also fairly high. I think last year they were like seventh. So I think this year they moved up. If they're pretty sure they're around the same area. The highest they got was head coach with the A+. They were third in head coach, which I mean, sure you could give them Matt LaFleur. He he took the team somewhere that I myself and I think a lot of people, even Packer fans, didn't think we were going to be at the beginning of the season. Roller coasters of up and downs and everything like that. But he still got us to the playoffs, got one win, and of course we lose to the Niners, which we gave a challenge, which gave a challenge to the beginning. So a lot of that, but as for the organization and everything, yeah. So head coach A+, third overall. Our worst grade looks like it is food and cafeteria with 19th, and it gives us a C. Everything else, we average about a couple of B's. We got two C's. The other one is nutrition. Oh, yeah. See, this is weird because the nutrition dietitian we are ranked 25th, but we got a C plus compared to food and cafeteria, which is just a C at 19. I don't know. And then we got a B minus in ownership, but we got ranked 21. So I guess it's weird how they ranked it. So we got a B in travel, we got an A minus in strength coach, got a B plus in weight room, a B in training staff, but both of them are at 12. We got a B in training room, B minus in locker room, both of them are 13th, and then we have a B in treatment and families at 8. So I guess everything changes. It's weird the rankings on this, but
Yeah.
yeah, other teams, I think a good one, Houston Texans got seventh. I think that was really good in that aspect. Indianapolis Colts got 22nd. A lot of them are very C. Their team was very C average when it comes to overall. So, and Jacksonville got fifth, with one of the worst being a D minus, ranked 24th when it comes to treatment of families.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's kind of it right now for the NFL. Of course, like I said, a lot of combine stuff, a lot of you know, trades or what is it's possible. Well, sorry, not trades yet, but rumors and talks of trades. There's rumors saying that the the Patriots obviously want to go quarterback with the third overall pick. There was rumors that the Vikings wanted to trade up for a quarterback, and they possibility of getting the third overall pick from the Patriots. Obviously, it's just rumors. Nothing was officially said. Nothing, any offer was never said. It's just all rumors. Rumors that the Falcons are trying to trade for Justin Fields, so the Bears end up getting Caleb Williams. I'm assuming with that first overall pick. A lot of things like that. So it's still coming up soon. Of course, we're gonna have David like we did last time. We're gonna have NFL draft type of episode where we think how that first round's gonna go, who's gonna go where. Um, giving who needs what, who needs where, from 1 to 32. So we're gonna see. We're gonna have an episode for that. So right now we're just laying it,
Hmm.
letting it go. Right now, no need to stay on top of it. Um, but moving on, David, to the NBA. So now I have a little list in the NBA that I want to talk about the ranks of schedules. But before we do that, we do have to talk about because we always talk about them, and we're gonna work on other teams. But the Lakers and the Clippers, Game 4, the last game of them sharing the Staples Center under the roof of the LA Kings. Of course, they are the ones who own the Staples Center or the Crypto.com Arena. Essentially, the stadium is built for them. But the last time, yeah, the Staples Center was built for the LA Kings. But my
Okay.
point is, the last time the Lakers and the Clippers ever played each other as roommates, you would
Yeah.
call them, as roommates in the Crypto.com Arena. And man, well, let's talk about the Lakers. On a very competitive start in the first, I want to say, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. No, actually, I'll give the majority of the first quarter. Very competitive majority of the first quarter. The Lakers played very well. Uh, they're hitting the shots, making the right plays. LeBron had, I believe, 10, 10, 12 points off because I know he had 10 or 12 points in the entire first half, but I believe most of those came in the first quarter.
Mhm.
He The Lakers played very well, competitive, kept the Clippers on their toes, and it was a very good first half for the first quarter for them. Second quarter is kind of where it went down. Second and third quarter is where it went down for the Lakers, but they continued to fight, continued to stay on. They didn't give up. Although a lot of times it did look like Darwin Ham had nothing planned out for them, no plays that isn't pretty much would work, or not a lot of get going. It was more a lot of steals, running back, or trying to get transition points, or trying to get LeBron or even AD, try to get AD running the ball at times. We didn't see a lot of D'Lo, which I think in the beginning, the first 2 quarters, we didn't see a lot of D'Lo, which I believe the Lakers should have used a lot more. But instead, they try to get Spencer Dinwiddie in there. He didn't really get points until the end of the third, the fourth quarter. That's where he actually started try to take shots and things. So I think that was the one mistake in the beginning was that they used Dinwiddie more than they would D'Lo, and by use I mean like get him the ball more, get him more opportunities to take shots. But that fourth quarter, it essentially started with I believe with the two, three turnovers that the Clippers did in the beginning of the quarter, taking the ball up, two, three lazy, careless turnovers that the
Mhm.
Lakers took advantage of. And mind you, this was a 21-point lead for
Yeah.
the Clippers. The Lakers took advantage. They got easy 4, 6 points, if I could recall how many turnovers they did. I know it was at least two, but maybe three. Easy 4, 6 points. And they're slowly climbing back. Slowly climbing back. Getting a couple stops, of course. The Clippers made a couple baskets. The Lakers were starting to hit some threes. They were taking some threes, getting stops, getting rebounds, offensive rebounds as well. That's what helped a lot was getting second chance opportunities. Get that going. And slowly now they were within 15 points, 12 points, 11 points. And that's what we started seeing halfway through that quarter. LeBron started taking the ball up. LeBron started being the court general that we all seen him be. We all seen him do that. That's why he's one of the greatest. Taking charge. He was taking the ball, leading the team. He There was one time, well, not one time, but there was a moment during towards the last 5 minutes, give or take, the Lakers would set screens to switch LeBron's defender to James Harden, so that they would set screens, leaving James Harden to be the defender on LeBron. LeBron blew right past them 3 times. Two of them led to two threes. The other one, I believe it was just a missed shot, which was lucky. It was just a lucky miss, or I believe it was a tip ball. So essentially, 6 to 8 points got scored just for those moments when James Harden got switched on to defend LeBron James. Right? They took advantage of that, and then they started rolling. LeBron started going up, playmaking. When eventually the Clippers decided to double team LeBron, he knew, he saw it, he had the vision of seeing there was one player open, and if they're shifting, they're moving, someone's going to be open for a basket. And sure enough, LeBron drives in, kicks out, or he even kicks out from taking up from the key, passes it across, set screens, something. Open threes were set. Open threes were made, and again, offensive rebounds led to a lot of second chance opportunities for the Lakers in that fourth quarter, in the last crunch time. Gave so many opportunities, and the Lakers took advantage of it. Took big time advantage. So
Yeah, the Lakers had for moments 12-0 scoring run, and before that, this was like around 2 minutes left in the game, and before that was like 13-1 with 5 minutes left in the game. So I mean, the Lakers took advantage of what they had. Just wait, there. Sorry. Uh, well, that's the last game that they're gonna play together as roommates. Lakers won the war, I guess, kind
the
of.
series, yeah, 3-1, won the series 3-1, and oh, but yeah, but so Lakers really took the opportunity. They got the last stop at the end when Kawhi took that shot, that mid range. That was his shot. That's his type of shot. And Clippers got the look that they wanted, just couldn't hit it. Lakers got the rebound, went. The ability of LeBron being able to carry the Lakers, and not just that. Like, yes, LeBron gets all the praise. That he did essentially 95% of all that work. Take it to 99 if you want, but that 1 to 5% also lays on the Laker players hitting their shots. Because none of it would have all that work from LeBron wouldn't have mattered if his teammates didn't hit the few shots that they got. If they missed maybe one or two, they would have lost the game. They would have lost the game. So that was a big part of it. Yes, everything goes to LeBron, but that little portion was also on them hitting shots, especially D'Lo on the last. It passed him quick. It even looked like he caught the ball. It literally looked like it came to him. He just tapped it back. He didn't even like catch it to go. No, just, his hands were already up when they came. Just tapped it back. That was another 3 points right there. So props to the Lakers. Congrats to the Lakers. The Clipper side, it's just they start off so well, start off strong, keeping up with the Lakers. Second, third quarters, like always, where they go off the strongest. They compete. They build that lead to the biggest that they can, even though it gets cut. So maybe 11, they continue to go back to it. And then Ty Lue does what he always does, and allows players to be careless, allows them to take a bunch of threes to shoot, allows them to do all these other stuff. And then when it comes to once that lead's getting cut a lot, and it's time to make adjustments or change or things like that, it doesn't work because it's too late. It was too late by when the Clippers decided to double team on LeBron instead of doing it when Harden got switched on them. It was too late. It was too late by that time because Norman Powell was the one guarding LeBron. That's when they decided to double team, and that's where things like that were going to open.
Yeah, it's because Ted Lue is missing his assistant coach, LeBron James. You know that guy? You heard? Yeah.
I heard LeBron is a pretty good assistant coach actually.
Yeah.
He sets it up pretty well.
Yeah. They worked well together, but
Yeah, clear. I mean, they got to what three finals like that,
yeah, something like that.
something like that. Yeah. So it's Ty Lue's a bad coach. As a Clipper fan, Ty Lue's a bad coach, but I'm biased. He decided to make these changes the last minute. Didn't work out. And I came crunch time, be down by the lead, and then now you have to think of some plays to tie the game, in which they did. The shot just didn't make. That's it happens, but it shouldn't have led to that. You had 21-point lead going into the fourth quarter. All you had to do was score a couple more baskets in 12 minutes and make some stops. But no, allow them to shoot a bunch of threes, allow them to do careless mistakes, and it led to easy buckets for the Lakers, who played good defense in that fourth quarter, and it just happens. It just happens. It can be prevented. That's the issue. It could have been prevented, and it wasn't. And they again allowed the dumb plays now, and a lot of times during that crunch time, Ty Lue likes to tell them to take threes because of having the because of having James Harden, because of having Kawhi Leonard or even Norman Powell. he allows him to take those threes. Obviously, Paul George didn't play, but that doesn't matter. He allows him to take those threes in any game. And so in this game with the Lakers, I was surprised he didn't try to make that game winning shot a three for James Harden. I really wasn't. But I mean, I really was surprised that he didn't. But that's so be it. So Lakers won the last series. Clippers are moving out. But David, what I do want to talk about was that on Twitter, this post called NBA University wrote down
Mm,
the remaining strengths of schedules from the
okay.
hardest, the team with the hardest, all the way down to the team with the easiest schedule remaining. And this was February 23rd. So this was February 23rd was
6 days
Thursday,
ago. 6 days ago
6 days ago. I sorry, not Thursday, Friday,
from this
six
recording,
days
though.
ago. So this guy has remember from one is the hardest all the way down. So one, Phoenix, Milwaukee, San Antonio, Utah, Sacramento, Portland, Charlotte, Lakers, Philadelphia, Pelicans, Clippers, Pacers, Pistons, Wizards, Hawks, Cavaliers, Knicks, Nuggets, Raptors, Rockets, Timberwolves, Bulls, Mavericks, Thunder, Warriors, Grizzlies, Nets, Heat, Celtics, and Magic. So now I bring this up. I bring this up because due to the strength of schedule, we may see a lot of other teams moving up and down in the rank in the standings of the NBA. And now that we're getting closer to April, it's gonna kind of give us an idea which team is gonna be in the playoffs and which is going where, right? So one that was very interesting, or one that I'm personally keeping an eye on, and I really want to see, is the fact that they said Oklahoma City Thunders, ranked number 24 in the schedule, has an easier schedule than the Minnesota Timberwolves, that was ranked number 21. Now, why is that important? Well, right now, right now in the West, the Minnesota Timberwolves are first, while the Oklahoma City Thunders are second. Right? They're literally half a game behind. Literally
Mhm.
just one whole game, one win for the OKC, and the exact same record. So why I'm keeping a look at this means if the Timberwolves game schedule is slightly harder, that means there's a chance that they lose one game. One game, just a chance they lose one game. And this means the Thunder should, in my opinion, should be able to win all their games. Meaning that we could see the Thunder going first. Now we see the Thunder's in first. Now we're saying, okay, they're switching. And the way the Thunder have been playing with this young team, young core, and everyone has different opinions on how they think the Thunder are. Whether they're really fun team to watch, whether they're okay team, they just get the job done. They're a young team. Don't only the star they have the stars in Chet and SGA and all these other teams. But however you want to see it, you might see a young team being the best team in the West.
Yeah.
Let alone the Timberwolves, who are led by Anthony Edwards, and then you got Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns, and all these other role players. It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be very fun and very interesting. And come playoff time when we see it, well, if Timberwolves are at two, and let's say it's standing right now, you got Timberwolves and Nuggets in the second round, right? If Thunders are at one, and let's say Clippers somehow, because of how bad they've been playing, but somehow keep that 4 seed goal in the second round, you got Thunders and Clippers in the second round, if that's how it is, right? So now we're seeing a lot of teams, how are they going to move up and go down? Clippers are 11. That's kind of hard. I would. That means I shouldn't be surprised that the Clippers lose 5+ games, and I don't know how many that could be, 7, 8, 10, and they could drop down. 10 drop. You could with 10 games lost, they could move down to maybe 8 or 9, depending on how they win their games. Same for the Lakers. They have number 8. That's even harder. They're at 9 right now. You lose 9, 10, 11 games, you could drop off the play-in. But also depends on how many games they win, how the other teams do, and things like that.
Yeah.
So I thought it was very interesting to watch. We have Denver Nuggets at 18. 18, I think that's enough to even keep third, maybe even get second. But because of second being Thunders or Timberwolves, and the Nuggets are 2 games behind the Thunders right now, which is the one in second. I think the Nuggets are taking the third. I really do. I think Nuggets are taking third at the end of the West, and but we know how the Nuggets are. Playoff time, it's a different story, different game. They're the defending champions. You know, things are gonna change. Things are gonna click for them. So I see them having third. And not only just in the West, we look in the East. Celtics are 1. Celtics right now, according to this, the Celtics have the 29th easiest schedule. They're an entire 8 games ahead of second place, which is Cavaliers. And you have the second easiest schedule. Imagine that, David. Celtics will pretty much have a cakewalk to the playoffs. Essentially,
Yeah.
David, they could lose. They have the easiest schedule. And if they want, they could lose maybe 10 games and they'll
They'll
barely,
still be in first.
barely. No, no, no. Let's say the Bucks and the Cavaliers win all their games and the Celtics lose 10 games. Celtics still in third. You're still a top 3 team in the East. It's just unbelievable how far the East is, and yet how close the West is to everything. That's so it's so
Well, historically, it's always been like that. The West has been more competitive than the East.
yes, but this is crazy. Look at it. The Bulls at nine, they're 18 and a half games away from first. The Hawks at 10, which is still in the play-in, are 20 games off from first, David. Imagine that. That's what's surprising. And yet all these schedules, like the Milwaukee Bucks has the second hardest apparently ranked schedule. Second hardest. That means they might lose quite a few games. And yet they'll still be in the playoffs, even though they're third right now. Orlando Magic has the easiest schedule. Well, right now they're at 8. So by this criteria, they should at least, since 5 through 8 are all 13 games away from first, winning it all should pretty much put them in top 3. So that's the reason why I bring this up. It's just we're gonna see a lot of movement in the East and the West. I think maybe a lot in the East just because of how close certain sections are from the 5 to the 8. It's so close, so we're gonna see movement there. But in the West, we're gonna see a lot of movements within just 1 and 2 of each other because the playoff picture is gonna come, David, and we're gonna start seeing playoff pictures. And who knows? What if we don't know? At least on the West side, Suns right now in fifth, but they have the hardest schedule. Who knows if they drop out or not necessarily drop out, but they drop to 9. Or we see the Pelicans move up to 4. We see the Clippers drop to 8. We see the Mavericks move up to 5. We see, the Warriors come in. There's a lot of stuff, so that's why I'm just bringing it up to keep in mind for when it does come playoff time, and we're looking at the playoff picture and what are we looking at? But
The best time of the year of the NBA is coming up, the NBA playoffs. Excited for that.
we still got quite a while.
Yeah, yeah.
We still have March, so about a month and a half. We have
Yeah.
about a month and a half.
Best time. I forgot to ask you when we were talking about the Lakers and Clippers. What do you think about the new logo for the Clippers?
So I get the logo. I get it. You want to say, essentially, you want to incorporate why we are named the Clippers because of the boat. I get that. But to me, at the end of it, it doesn't matter because not everyone knows why we are called the Clippers, and not everyone's gonna care. And I understand not everyone's gonna care because it's not their team, whatever, this or that. I personally like the old Clipper logo where it was the basketball and it said Clippers. It was a basketball team, we're the Clippers. That's it. You didn't need to know why we were the Clippers. You don't see the Lakers having a lake on their logo right now. All they have is the L, and we know they're the Lakers. So the logo design is all right. It's not bad. The logo design is not bad. The idea to it, I think, is very unnecessary. That's my thing. I do, I do like the jerseys, not like crazy like them, but I like that they're bringing back the red jersey.
I like
I
it. I like the cursive. I like it.
I like the cursive too. I like the cursive writing. I like that they're bringing back the red because it might be every being a Clipper fan, I've always liked the color jersey, the blue and the red. And yes, although they bought the black, that's cool. Like I didn't mind the black jersey. The black jerseys were nice even back before. And I like the blue, I like the red, I like the San Diego ones, the throwbacks, the Buffalo Braves and all that. I like it. But I didn't like when you took out the red or the blue. I didn't like when you only had white, red, and black or white, blue, and black. Our colors are white, blue, and red. We should have those three colors. So I like that they're bringing that back. I don't mind having a fourth alternate be the black or being the orange or being the sky blue with the orange. Like that's no problem. It's but have our three original colors. So that's my thing about it. That's my own thing. I don't like the court. The court that they put a little too dark. A little too dark for my liking. That blue, it's a little too dark. I would have liked it a little lighter. I'm assuming they're trying to make it like the ocean or something like um, whatever it is, a little too bright. And now that like you're looking at it in like an NBA, we're having our logo be the ship, right? The Clipper ships that we're based off. But our mascots are condors. I get why they picked the condor. I get why the reason was at the time, but like it happened in with that moment when they announced the condor has no correlation to the Clippers. Yes, it's the California condor, and it's the correlation to California, to Los Angeles, that the LA Zoo. I understand that. I understand that. And you wanted some kind of connection to LA. And I get that.
So I guess the new mascot will be a sailor or Popeye.
I I don't know if I'd want that either, though. I don't know if I want that as a logo. That's
Pi-
I mean,
A
as a
pirate.
mascot.
A pirate. I don't know what else.
No, we're not pirates. It was like a sailor would kind of be close, but not really because I mean, with the boats, I guess a captain instead of just a sailor, it'd be like a captain. I guess. I don't know. It's hard for our team name. It's hard for finding a mascot.
They got themselves in a sticky situation right there with the ship.
Yeah, yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
They should
If you
they should
wanted
stay
to
with their
keep yeah, if you
they
want
should
to keep the condors, just keep the old logo.
yeah, they should have kept their current logo. Their
No,
the
not the current
basketball
one. The
and
one before that.
so
The
okay and
the two
well, I like
thousands logo.
yeah I like their current one. The yeah, it's a bit
It's too
different, but
simple. It's too simple. It's too. It's too. Whatever. That's how it feels. At least with the basketball, like the basketball going, like you had the things going. It's like it just felt better, you know. But that's just my opinion. It's like I said, you don't see the Lakers putting a lake into it. And yeah, there's some cool logos. The Hawks have the Hawk. Celtics have Lucky on there. You know, the Bulls have the Bulls. Obviously, the Pacers. The old Pacers logo. With the what was it, the other one? I forgot. I know they had one with the state design in it. I don't know how recent it is, but not sorry, not the Pacers, the Pistons, the old Piston logo instead of the one with the basketball now, the one that had the horse and the actual Pistons on it. That one was sick. Things like that. It works, but yeah. Well, that's just it is what it is.
It's a new chapter, new era for the Clippers, their new
It
home.
is. It is. It is a change.
Yeah. They have to drive to Inglewood. I feel it would have been very fitting if they moved to Long Beach, right there by the beach, and they're the ship. Okay, that'd been perfect.
David, but then that's like saying the Lakers should move towards Lake Tahoe or another lake because they're the Lakers. Like I get your point, Long Beach. Nah,
I mean, it
we're
would have
LA.
been
You have to. We're in LA. We're supposed to stay in LA. That's the thing. I'm going to Inglewood. It's like the Rams and Chargers, LA team, but being in Inglewood, it's like not really LA. It's not exactly LA, but what are you gonna
yeah.
do? What are you gonna do about
It'll change in 10 years. Watch. They'll have a new logo in 10 years
it? 10 years.
or
If
5.
people don't like, people aren't gonna like this one. There's like feedback about it. They might change in 3 years.
Yeah.
That depends on the
Yeah.
fans.
Yeah.
But all right. Anything else you like to add, David?
No. I think we covered quite a bit for. No,
Yeah,
not
just a
much
little bit.
happened. Oh, I know
Oh, I
this.
mean, a lot
Wait,
happened.
wait.
Games and stuff.
Actually, there's one thing I want to talk about. Mention is the Paul Pogba suspended
Yeah,
for
today
4 years.
morning. Yeah, banned for 4 years for doping.
Did it say what specifically what he's using? I didn't see anything.
Not specifically, but
Uh,
let's see.
four, 4 years. Wow. What do you think? That's pretty much a career end. How old is he? Let me double check though.
Really
30 years
official
old.
banned. He said, "When I am free of legal restrictions, the full story will become clear. But I have never knowingly or deliberately taken any supplements that violates anti-doping regulation. As a professional athlete, I would never do anything to enhance my performance by using banned substance and have never disrespected or cheated fellow athletes and supporters of any team I have played for or against. As a consequence of this decision announcement today, I will appeal this before the Court of Arbitration for Sports." Um, no, still nothing on the drug specifically. Well, at least that's from Fabrizio. Let me.
He tested positive for testosterone
It says
or
doping.
a banned substance. Something with steroids, I
Something.
guess. I'm assuming. He's
Steroids.
gonna
Some.
he's gonna appeal this.
Yeah.
He's gonna fight
He.
this, but I don't know. I don't know if he will be able to win. His decision has been made 4 years.
Yeah, four
That's
years.
yeah,
That's.
serious.
He had to take serious trainings every day just to stay in shape. So once those 4 years done, if he signs one last contract, a 2 3 year contract, he has to be ready for it. He has to be in shape. Obviously, he's a pro, so he's gonna find some facility to go to train. It is
Oh,
what
you
it
know,
is.
he might come to the MLS or to the Saudi league. We get a second
Anything
chance.
happen.
Yeah,
Anything happen. But David, no quiz today.
no quiz today.
No quiz today. Okay. Well, in saying that, thank you guys for listening. I'm Joe Galvez. This is Dave Reyes. This is Sideline Thoughts. Be back for the next time. See you guys.